Life on the basis of literacy. Today, we live in the 21st century, and life depends on how literate we are. So literacy is a human right, a tool of personal empowerment and a means for social and human development. Is a right. It is the right of every human being to be literate, to receive the basic skills to be successful in life, at least on a daily basis, at least up to the functional level, if not to the multiple level. Basic level is good, but we need to be functional. We can be functional if we can work in society, we can communicate in society, we can carry out a conversation, we can read, write, and do simple things like that. It is a tool for personal empowerment. Who gets empowered if you are literate? The individual, not the entire society. So the more individuals that are empowered, the stronger is the society. That is what we need to understand. We need to get more young people literate because only then will we have a strong society. Society is not strong when illiteracy reigns. Society is strong when literacy dominates. It is a means for social and human development. How do you progress on the social ladder? How do you progress on the economic ladder? You progress by being literate, because once you are literate, you will get the education. And once you are educated, you will have a better job. When you have a better job, you have a better salary. When you have a better salary, you have a better standard of living. And that's what literacy should begin to do. Literacy alone will not do this, but literacy is the beginning. From literacy to education, to job, to salary, to development of lifestyle. That's what young people want. That's what young people are seeking today, and that's what we need to give them in education. If we are teachers or individuals in education, it is our job to make sure that young people today are moving up the economic and social ladder. If they are where they are, then we are not doing our job. Educational opportunities depend on literacy. Now here there is a key. Okay, you do your matric, you do your intermediate, you do your bachelor's, but how do you move from one level to the next? You move on the basis of your results. So if you have a 3rd division in matric, chances that you get into a good college for intermediate are low. The chances that you will get good quality education in intermediate fall down. So what are we supposed to do? How do we make sure that all our students do well on their exams and will get to better prospects for further education as they move up along the ladder of social development? That is critical. So trying to let young people understand that their marks, their results are key to progress. And if you look at matric, intermediate, bachelor's, I think the most important block is in the middle. It's the intermediate block. It's more important than your matric. It's more important than your bachelor's, because depending on what you do in the intermediate, you can get to a professional college, for example, medical college or engineering college or a good university for higher education. Otherwise, you don't. Otherwise, you have to settle for the next best. So the intermediate is really the key. At least teachers teaching at that level should help students understand that the result of the intermediate is a turning point in their lives. And so, what should they do? Work hard and persevere. Literate parents are more likely to send their children to school. When parents are literate, children go to school. When parents are not literate, there's a big question mark. Should they go to school? Should boys go to school? Should girls go to school? Why should we send girls to school? Why should we send boys to school? And all that drama and dilemma and debate comes about. But it is important when parents are literate, society automatically will become more literate and more literate as more young people begin to get literate also. Literate people are better able to access continuing educational opportunities. Whether it is matric, intermediate, bachelor's, master's, PhD, whatever, If you want to further your education, it begins with being literate. If you're not literate, you're not going to get anywhere. Literate societies are better geared to meet pressing development. All nations today are trying to develop, are trying to show that they are better at this or they are better at that, and that comes from a literate population that is educated. And to get an educated population, you must begin with the literacy level. When we have a literate population, the educated population will automatically come, and success and progress will happen even in Pakistan.